You're fired in front of everyone. The day I lost my job, my pride, and nearly my family, until one stranger changed my life forever. The conference room went completely silent. Not the normal kind of silence. This was the kind of silence that feels violent. 23 employees sat frozen around the long glass table, while my boss slammed a thick folder onto the desk so hard that coffee splashed across financial reports. Then he pointed directly at me. "Explain to everyone," he said coldly, "how a single mistake from you just cost this company nearly 2 million pesos. My throat closed. My hands started shaking. And, in that exact moment, my phone buzzed. 3 messages from my wife. The landlord came again. "Our electricity might get disconnected tonight. Please tell me you're finally getting promoted today." I stared at the screen while 23 people watched me collapse in real time. What nobody knew was that I had skipped meals for almost 2 weeks just to make sure my daughter could eat. And what happened next completely changed my life forever. 3 years ago, I thought I had finally made it. I was working as a project manager for a respected logistics company in Enity City, Davao Region, Philippines. The salary wasn't amazing, but it was enough. At least that's what I kept telling my wife. But behind closed doors, we were drowning. Every month felt like survival.
Rent,
Medicine for my mother. School payments.
loans, food.
And then inflation hit. Suddenly, even basic groceries felt expensive. I started pretending I wasn't hungry during dinner. "Babe, I already ate at work." I would lie. But the truth? I was drinking water just to stop the stomach pain. One night, my 7-year-old daughter looked at me while eating noodles. "Papa," she smiled innocently, "why do grown-ups always say they're not hungry?" That question destroyed me. Because children notice everything. Even the pain adults try to hide. Still, I kept working. Every day. 12-hour shifts.
No complaints. No excuses.
I believed hard work would eventually save me. Then came the biggest presentation of my career. If successful, our department would secure a massive regional contract. My boss made it clear. This project decides who gets promoted this year. So, I gave everything. Sleep disappeared. I worked weekends, missed birthdays, ignored chest pains. My wife begged me to rest. "You're changing," she whispered one night. "You don't laugh anymore." But I brushed it off. "Just a little longer," I told her. "I'm doing this for us." Then came presentation day. Everything looked perfect. Until it wasn't. Halfway through the client meeting, one executive interrupted. "Wait." He zoomed in on the financial projection slide. The room shifted instantly. Someone muttered, "Oh no." Then another executive leaned forward. "These numbers are wrong." My heart stopped. Not slightly. Completely. One spreadsheet formula.
One.
A tiny hidden error. But because of that mistake, the projected costs looked dramatically lower than reality. The room exploded. "You approved this? How could nobody catch this? This is embarrassing." My boss looked at me with pure rage. I tried explaining. I checked everything. But he cut me off. "No excuses." Then came the humiliation I'll never forget. Right there in front of everyone, he said, "Maybe personal problems are affecting your performance." People looked away. Nobody defended me. Nobody. That afternoon, HR called me in. Termination. Immediate. I walked out carrying a cardboard box while employees pretended not to notice. Outside the building, heavy rain poured across the parking lot. I sat on the curb completely numb. Then my phone rang. It was my wife. I couldn't answer. Because how do you tell your family that the one thing keeping everyone alive just disappeared? I sat there for nearly an hour.
Soaked.
Broken. Ashamed. Then something unexpected happened. An old security guard from the building slowly walked toward me holding 2 cups of instant coffee. He handed me one. "You remind me of my son," he said quietly. I forced a smile. "I just lost everything." He shook his head.
No. Then he pointed at my chest.
"You only lose everything when you stop standing back up." I laughed bitterly. "You don't understand. I failed everyone." The old man looked directly into my eyes and said something I still remember word for word. Failure is painful. But pretending to be strong while secretly dying inside? That destroys people permanently. That sentence hit harder than losing my job. Because he was right. I had spent years pretending.
Pretending I was okay.
Pretending stress wasn't affecting me. Pretending exhaustion was normal. Pretending sacrifice automatically meant success.
But the twist?
The real problem was never the spreadsheet mistake. The real problem was that I had abandoned myself long before the company abandoned me. That night, I finally told my wife the truth. Everything.
The debt.
The panic attacks. The skipped meals. The fear.
The shame.
And instead of yelling, she cried, then hugged me tighter than ever before. "You should have let me carry this with you," she whispered. That moment changed everything. Not because life magically became easier. It didn't. In fact, things got worse before they got better. I worked small freelance jobs, delivered packages, did online tasks at night. Some days, I earned almost nothing. But slowly, something inside me changed. I stopped chasing approval, stopped measuring my value through titles, stopped destroying my health just to impress people who would replace me in a week. Months later, an old client contacted me unexpectedly. "I heard what happened," he said. Then came the shock.